Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Sharice Gibson.
And I'm Katie Moore. One day after City Hall confirmed Mayor LaToya Cantrell's planned trip to Singapore, she did an about-face today and announced she is staying home to address police department issues.
Well, all of this comes as criticism has been mounting about the mayor's frequent travel abroad while the city faces everything from torn-up streets to a historic shortage of police officers.
And investigative reporter Mike Pearlstein's been following it all. He's joining us now with the latest on this twist. Mike?
Well, that's right, Katie and Sharice. Last month, Cantrell was in Switzerland. Earlier this month, she was in France. And despite still being on the program for the World City Summit in Singapore, Cantrell announced today she is canceling that trip.
I am not in Singapore,
right?
Because I'm here tending to the men and women of the police department.
With some people, including city council members, questioning the mayor's recent foreign travel, she announced on WBOK Radio Friday that she is backing out of her planned trip to the World City Summit. She was set to be a panelist there Monday. In an eyewitness investigation, we revealed some expenses of her recent travel, such as the nearly $10,000 cost of her flight to Switzerland. We also showed that her typical entourage includes a social media specialist and a security officer.
Until this is going to be able to be implemented.
We tried to ask the mayor about her trips at an event yesterday, but she banned reporters from the room. Then her staff grabbed our photographer's microphone before he could ask a question about the event itself. But here's how her communications director, Gregory Joseph, responded.
Well, I believe the mayor has addressed her on many occasions, these trips. We've talked about the trip to Estonia, we talked about the trip to France, we've been talking about the trip to Singapore earlier today.
But those Singapore plans changed in the past 24 hours.
I was going because the city of New Orleans is on the front lines of climate change. We're looked upon for innovation because we're doing the work in our city. And I'm asked by world leaders to be present, but because of wanting to ensure that our police officers are loved and respected and hear directly from me, I felt that it was best that I'm boots on the ground for this.
Even with Cantrell staying home this weekend to address the severe police manpower shortage, the city council is still set to debate proposed limits next week on travel by elected leaders.
What people are concerned about is when you have crime issues, trash issues, infrastructure issues, you have to be on the ground in dealing with those.
Now, the council ordinance up for debate next week specifies a limit of $1,000 to be set for, quote, non-essential trips by city officials. With the council members included in that category, including some future mayoral candidates, it could spark a very interesting debate. Katie and Sharice?
All right, Mike, more to come.